Welcome back. So let's continue with the comprehension that I was talking about. I'll do one thing, I'll send a copy of it to you all so that you'll have the whole comprehension in front of you while I read it and explain it. Okay, I'll just read the passage for you. Maud loved Tim's shop. The wooden shutters which covered the shop windows at night made it quite dark from within. In the dim light of the lamp, it looked like some treasure cove or alchemist's den. Near the front, there was a certain amount of order. Two large counters, each in the form of a glass-topped cabinet, faced each other near to the street door. But beyond these, the long shop became gradually chaotic. Loaded and untidy shelves, from floor to ceiling, ran through the three walls, well barricaded by wooden display cases of various types, which stood often 2 or 3 feet deep in front of them. Between these and in the rest of the available space, there were small tables, some of them also topped with glass and designed for displaying ornaments. The more precious jewelry, not hidden in the safes in the back room, was laid out in the glass-topped cabinets and ranked in fair order. Tim knew how to display his wares. He loved the stones and displayed them according to his own system of valuation, which did not always accord with their market prices. This week one of the cabinets was given over to a display of opals. The other cabinet was full of pearls, the real ones above, the cultured ones below. Moore had learned a certain amount about stones during his long friendship with Tim. This had been somewhat against his will, since for reasons which were not very clear to him, he rather disapproved of his friend's profession. The front of the shop was orderly, but the cheaper jewelry which lay behind seemed to have got itself into an almost inextricable mess. Within the glass-topped tables, ropes of beads were tangled together into a solid mass of multicolored stuff. Bold was the customer who, pointing to some identifiable patch of color, said, "I'll have that one." Heaped together with these were clips and earrings. Okay, there fellows, okay, it is brooches, bracelets, buckles, and miscellany of other small adornments. Tim Burke was not interested in the cheap stuff. He seemed to acquire his stock more or less by accident in the course of his trade and dispose it of without thought to such determined individuals as were prepared to struggle for that they wanted, often searching the shop from end to end to find the second earring or the other half of a buckle. So if we go through this passage is about Tim Burke's jewelry shop, right? It is how, oddly it is organized, how the things are, how he has actually arranged it. Now let's see, let's start with the questions, okay? Give the meaning of each of the following words as used in the passage. One word answer or short phrase will be accepted. Now see, they've given 3 words here. Number 1, displaying. I've already given you the meaning of it and I've told you how to use it. Displaying means exhibiting. Safes, chest, right? Tangle, mixed up. Now you have 3 words with 3 meanings. Understand, I've read the comprehension. I'll be sending the questions so that you know how to write answers. Now see the first question. It says, now we are on the short question. The first one says, explain the effect of lamp light on the interior of the shop. So what was the effect of the lamp light? So let's see. The wooden shutters. Can you see this part in your passage? It is the wooden shutters. You're asked to give, okay, understand. Please, before you do that, you're asked to give your answer in your own words. Therefore, if you just write down the sentence from the passage as it is, your answer would not get marks. Now here they want you to explain. So you'll write the words in your own. You'll write the answer in your own words. Please make sure you do that. Now see, another way, okay, the answer to the question could be as follows. The wooden shutters being drawn made the room fairly dark during the day. The dim light from the lamp highlighted some areas or objects against the background of the dim atmosphere in the room. This made the interior of the shop look like a secret store of precious items or laboratory of a magician. Let's move to the second question. What do you learn about layout and furniture in the shop? So you have to write at least 2 points. Let's see. Now the layout of the shop, you understand how it was organized. The front of the shop seemed orderly, but at the back it was more chaotic. 2 large glass-topped cabinets at the front of the shop were used as counters. The 3 walls of the shop were covered with shelves from the floor to the ceiling. The display cases were placed in front of the shelves. The rest of the place had small tables, some of them with glass tops. This is how you write the answer. What is meant by the following expression? Line number 24, a miscellany of other small adornments. The answer is a mixture of other small pieces of jewelry. So miscellany means a mixture of various kinds. Adornments are the ornaments. So it's a kind of a mixture of various small pieces of jewelry. Why was Tim not a good businessman? Well, Tim was not efficient in his business. The shop was chaotic, though it had some order in the front portion. In spite of having the knowledge of displaying his wares, Tim did not try to display the jewels in order to sell them profitably to his customers. His cheaper jewelry was scattered about. He acquired and sold it without much concern. If he was careful, he could have been a better businessman. I hope you remember this is the explanation given by his friend. What had Moore learned from Tim? Why did he not like what he has learned? Now understand the answer. Moore had learned about various kinds of stones lying in his shop. He did not like learning about stones because he did not like Tim's profession of selling stones and cheaper jewelry. He didn't like this profession at all. Now, in not more than 50 words, describe Tim's shop using the information given in the first paragraph. Now, this is very important part. In fact, you have to describe his shop. I'll read the lines for you. Tim's shop had some order in the front, but was chaotic at the back. At night, it was dark inside. It was loaded with untidy shelves, wooden display cases and glass tables. The jewelry was stored at the back of the shop, which had precious stones, pearls and the golden objects. This is how the answer should be. I'll do one thing. I'll take a picture of it. I'll take a picture of the questions and the expected answers. And I'll send you with the same video. Okay? So please go through it nicely, revise it and be prepared. Thank you.